turn the beat around. Gloria Estefan, a fellow Cuban. And we welcome to our studio the choreographer of Ballet Revolución, Roclan Chavez.
Good morning.
Hello, Singapore.
You know, we didn't
wakey.
We didn't put that song there, you know, Roclan. It just happened to be there. Gloria Estefan is Cuban and you're Cuban. Tell us that, you know, when we watch her dance, it seems like this ability to move and sing is in the blood.
I think, first of all, thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure. You both are very active ladies and very beautiful.
Hello.
Hello. And, I mean, Cuba has a 500 history of, first of all, the Africans came to Cuba, then the American jazz during the 50s, and, there's a lot of melting pot of rhythms there. So it's good for us, it's easy for us to dance and music and stuff like that. Yeah.
I love that this is the inspiration behind Ballet Revolution, all that history of rhythm.
Yeah.
And what is the goal of Ballet Revolution?
I think the goal of Ballet Revolution is our dancers. I think it's all about them, and I think we are blessed to have them. So I think the goal is the power of those kids. You come see those amazing dancers, and your mind goes blow.
So Ballet Revolution is actually a blend, right, of ballet, contemporary dance, hip hop, Cuban passion, and we're all dancing to like hit songs, hit music like Dua Lipa, Justin Bieber, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a theme that you're working with for this show? It's the 10th anniversary this year.
Yeah, it's the 10th anniversary, and I have to tell you, every year has been the same reaction all around the world, especially in Germany. Has been our second home, and so the classic ballet is a very hard technique for dancers, and then if you put it into the modern pop music, I think it's a fix very well. So people come see, the technique, the proper technique with just a fun music and pop music. It's a lot of energy during the show.
I guess it would kind of like take you aback for a slight bit, because you always think of ballet, very structured and everything, but to all these modern tunes, I honestly cannot wait to watch the show.
I can't wait to see you guys in the show, and then after just to ask you a few questions, I'm gonna interview you.
Tell us more about the choreography in the show.
Well, choreography in the show is just to just go to the flow of the age music and put some story there, some love story, some fun story, and it's just 2 hours just to forget everything in your life. It's just come and have fun and see our way to dance and see all we have to tell the people. So just come and enjoy us.
I think we will definitely be doing that when we catch this amazing show. Now we're going to hop on to Facebook Live. Catch us on facebook.com/1FM913. And let's get swept up by the Cuban passion and rhythm. Ooh. Stay with us here on 1FM. Hey everybody, how are we doing? Welcome to our Brightside show here, and we've got an amazing man joining us in the studio today. Choreographer for Ballet Revolución, Roclan Chavez, and he's going to be telling us more about this incredible show. Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Mike
would be good, Sorry, I pressed the one next to it.
I want to say good morning to Wan Alun. Hello, and thanks so much for joining us this morning on Facebook Live. So, Roclan, tell us about this journey to being a dancer. What does it take to be a dancer in Ballet Revolution?
There's a lot of pain.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because the shows are quite hard to dance every day, but they are in a very good way. They are in a very good form. They're training every day, and be a dancer in Ballet Revolution is a very hard, because the ballet technique is very hard in his way. And imagine dancing ballet dance and also pop music. All this makes it very hard for them. but they are very, very well training. So I think it's good for us. It's our job. So.
You're trained in ballet yourself?
I'm training more contemporary way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does that work? How do the traditional ballet dancers?
That's a very good question, because the technique of the ballet is very different with the contemporary technique. They are in two different ways.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to put together this show. It was very hard at the very beginning, because they are different, completely different. One is a completely classic straight, and the contemporary is more relaxed, and you can do whatever you want.
That's true.
Do you get into arguments with your dancers, I wonder?
In some point, yeah, of course.
They're like, no, we cannot do it that way.
Oh, it's impossible. I say, wait. We're gonna try. We must work, and then we find a way. And now they are very happy that they be available to move in two different ways. So it's good for dancers to open their mind and see a different perspective of the movements.
Can you tell us a little bit about, the songs that are selected for the show? Especially, this is the 10th anniversary of Ballet Revolutions. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. It's easy, you just pick up the hits, and, my brothers just pick up the songs and BB promotion as well. They send it to us. We also give them some ideas. And also for my part of view, I put some Cuban stuff as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, and Afro-Cuban rhythms. So it's important to not lose our identity. So in some part of the show, also we coming from we give to the audience a little Cuban fresh momentum. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Wow, I can feel the beats as he's talking. I can feel like he's ready to move. I'm getting excited. Oh my goodness.
But that has always been, the key feature of Ballet Revolution. All the dancers are from Cuba, right? So a lot of that Cuban energy, the tradition, the culture is in the show. I cannot wait to watch La. I want to be there now.
You want to be Cuban, don't you?
I want to be Cuban. A part of me, yes.
Well, actually, we are in the same kind of area now, Singapore and Cuba,
Along the equator?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're right.
So I think we are pretty similar in terms of, the funny way to go in life, and we're always happy, and we're surrounded by the sea, so it's easy
That's
for us.
true.
It's the happiness you can see in the face. So.
Aww.
I'm going
That's
to
a
go
big
through life
compliment.
with that kind of,
The happiness in your face. I love
The
that.
weather, and I can see here the beautiful atmosphere in this studio. So.
We're going to jump back on air. So catch us back on 1FM, alrighty? I do love that track. Nickelback with How You Remind Me. And we're joined in the studio with an amazing individual, choreographer of Ballet Revolution.
You gotta say it with sass. Ballet Revolution.
All right, say his name with sass. Now.
Roclan.
God, yeah.
Roclan Gonzalez Chavez.
How did she
Hello.
do?
Oh, hello.
She did okay?
Actually,
not hear his
you both
response?
doing very well.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a beautiful energy here.
I feel part Cuban just by being close to you.
if I very slow today, it's because I'm watching you guys, because maybe I can put some move in our show.
We're inspiring.
Paris, yeah, for sure.
I
Always.
love that. Hey, so this year, Ballet Revolution turns 10, right? Can you tell us, how has the choreography in the show evolved over the years? From when you first started to now, how is it different?
Actually, at the very beginning was very hard. We put together the show in 5 months, so we just try to cook. We put a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, it's too much. Next recipe. So we always change way to find the correct, or the most closer correct way to move with this kind of music. So we have to be very careful with the classic stuff. Contemporary is easy because you can do whatever you want, but classic you have to be very concentrated. What do you do? Because you don't want to play with something that has so many years and something that is classic. So
You have to be mindful, right?
it's
of
very hard to
tradition.
break the classic.
Because we were just talking about that off air. Ballet Revolution is a blend of ballet, contemporary, hip hop, and Cuban. And then you have dancers who are trained in ballet, very traditional. And I think on Facebook we were talking about how this could potentially clash, with when you're trying to teach them the hip hop stuff.
Well, actually, we do quite a lot classrooms, ballrooms, and to teach them how to move in a different way. But because we have a very good education system art in Cuba, that they come already with a lot of instruments already in his bodies.
A lot of technique, a lot of training is really
Exactly, and then you just have to remember them, and the body have to remember how to move in that way. So, but it's a work. It's like 5 months work with dances every day. Easy, step by step, with no crazy stuff, and
No crazy stuff.
I
No,
think
we want that crazy.
well, we are quite crazy, but when you're gonna work to be crazy, you have to be very focused.
Yeah. This might be a tough question. Okay, this next one. Roclan, what is your favorite part of the show?
My favorite part of the show is the entire show. Thank you very much.
The end.
Well said, though, because I think that's how the show is going to be. 10th anniversary. I've been told that we will get to see a brand new show, new songs and everything. So there's lots to look forward to. What would you like to preempt the audience, on what to expect for the show?
Well, I'm going to expect, a lot of young kids jumping on stage and do quite a lot of flips and a lot of passion. It's going to be a lot of passion, of course. It's going to be a lot of happiness. You're going to see a bunch of Cubans just so happy on stage, and at the same time, we're going to give you a little flavor of Cuba. So
It's going to be hard to stay in my seat. I'm going to be like wiggling and jiggling around in my seat.
I'm gonna sit next to you. Just see your face in a few moments.
Okay. Maybe I might inspire your next dance move.
Of course.
You
of
never
course.
know. You have
Yeah.
to call it the carol.
The carol.
The carol.
The carol move.
Yes.
This is brilliant. You're welcome, everyone. All right, so Roclan, thank you so much for joining us here in the 913 studio this morning.
Thank
We
you
wish
for having us.
All the best for your shows. And of course, Ballet Revolution is happening this weekend at the Marina Bay Sands Theatre, 5th to the 6th of May, 8 p.m. on Friday, 2 and 8 p.m. on Saturday. Book your tickets now, marinabaysands.com.